So this is my boot. Obviously there's two like plastic bolts that you need to unscrew to remove the light cluster. There's one here, you have to take the little pouchy bit of carpet off, and then there's another one a bit higher up. You can either use a flat blade screwdriver, or I like to use these pliers. Once you undo them, you just turn them lefty loosey like a bolt, and then they just come off like that pretty easy. Then to remove the light cluster, just pull it basically. There's a little black plastic popper thing that goes into that hole, and then the two screw threads go into the car like that. Just unplug the lights. Then this is a 7mm bolt. I've got two on either side. Grab my 7mm socket, and it's pretty easy to undo. Then you're going to need an 8mm socket for some other bolts that you also got to undo under by the rear wheels. There's two here, one at the bottom which I'm pointing to. It looks like this, and then there is another one slightly higher up which is kind of a bit harder to get, but it is there. Pretty easy. Then you have to pull this little bit of carpet back, and it reveals a T30 screw. So grab the T30, and then underneath there's a couple more. I've already released it for viewing on YouTube, make it easy. This is me doing the other one. I'll just use some pliers to like pull it down. I started it with a screwdriver, flat bladed screwdriver, then pulled it down with pliers. This is a little clip. I found it quite easy to do with a screwdriver. And then the bumper just pulls off. It's got these little clips here, but they just sort of come off pretty easy. I just slide over those three little sections. This is the vent that just failed. I think all four have failed actually. To remove this one, I just put a flat bladed screwdriver in on the side and pop the clips. It doesn't matter if you break it because we're going to silicone it anyway, so it's up to you if you forcefully get it out or not. This is like some insulation that's inside, absolutely soaking. It's not even rained for like a good week or so, so that water in there is pretty manky. It's just all like, yeah, look at that. That's not good. And then in the same compartment underneath, there's a little rubber bung. I used a flat bladed screwdriver. I call that water. There's still more in there. I suppose if you would park like facing uphill, it would help. But you can put your hand in that hole and try and remove it, or just use another screwdriver to peel it off. Look at all that water. This is just a little manky rag. I'm just buffing around the edges to try and clean the mud off because I've got to silicone that later. This is how you put the bungs back in. There's obviously one on each side in each compartment. Just goes like that. This is some silicone I bought from a cheapy Wilko store. I think it was a couple quid. Any silicone will do, as long as it's going to create that nice watertight seal. I just put loads on. I thought more the merrier. Chuck it all over the little piece. I'm going to put it back. You can get white silicone, but I don't think the colour even matters because you're not going to see it anyway. The bumper's going to cover it up. I've already done one, and yeah, it just pushes back on. Pretty simple, really. Might click, it might not. And then I'll just rub my finger around on it just to smooth it off, make it look pretty. Here's me doing the other side. And then the bumper can go back on. Basically, you're just going to reverse the whole process to take the bumper off. This is like some little clips that sort of hold the bumper on. Just make sure they're all back to where they should be. There's the three other clips from earlier. They just sort of push on and push off, so it's pretty easy. Give it a push. Bob's your uncle. Boom. Then you just got to put the lights back on. Oh yeah, that's the 7mm bolts from earlier. Basically just put all the bolts back in that you took out from the beginning, including the little plastic ones underneath. And that's it. I hope you liked this video, hope it helped you. Please like and subscribe. Cheers!